Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Justin the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at the CoolFigurez first ever Hot Toys, the Star Wars Mandalorian Death Watch Hot Toy. If you do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Jumping right on into this review, guys. Yes, this is my first ever Hot Toy. Now, this is my formal review. If you want to see my unboxing and initial, I want to make that very clear, initial, first, beginning, first time experience, go ahead and check out the video I already have up on my channel. Be aware though that my thoughts have definitely changed since that video, but as I stated, those were my initial first-hand reactions to what I thought when I first opened this figure. As you guys see, I opened it straight from the shipper, so it wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted, it went as it went. But like I said, since that video has gone up, I've done a lot more research, and I have actually found a lot more enjoyment in these Hot Toys, so much so that I've put myself in a bit of a hole in less than 2 weeks because of these fantastic 1/6 figures. But I couldn't be happier because they truly are everything they say that they are. So yeah, guys, honestly, after I figured out a solution to the main issue for this guy, I'll be honest, I fell in love with him. He is fantastic, phenomenal. There are still a few things that I will say that I don't like and that I expected for the price point. So actually, why don't we go ahead and get into those parts and points and go ahead and get that out of the way. So I expected the plastic pieces to be either more dense, thickly made plastic, or some die cast in there. That's just me though. Prior to this Hot Toy, I have never handled a Hot Toy. I've only seen them behind glass cases, if that. So I didn't really know what to expect. But in my mind, I was thinking, well, for $200 and something, this thing is going to be heavy duty. Unfortunately, I was incorrect. While the quality of this figure is superior to, anything that's mass produced, i.e. from Hasbro, I did expect a little more from the quality of the plastic. It feels a little thin, a little brittle, like it can break a little easier than it should. But also the underlining body, I thought it would actually have a metal skeleton. That's just me, because Hasbro, ironically enough, we just said, better than anything they do, but they put out that Hyper Real series with Luke and Vader, and they gave them both metal skeletons for $70 to $80, guys. So I was kind of expecting that for a $200+ figure. However, underneath it is just your basic plastic body, apparently. So yeah, I guess all the money goes into the tooling of the uniform outfit of each character. One mistake that I will say that I made when buying this one first is that I think Hot Toy is really superior in their head sculpts of actual people. And what did I do? I went ahead and bought a Hot Toy without an actual head sculpt. It's literally just a helmet. So it's kind of like going to a steakhouse and ordering the fish instead of the steak. So that was on me, but I still love this figure nonetheless, like I said. Now, the reason I had so many issues with this figure, well, there was mainly one main issue with him, and that is his right arm would not move up. Now you see it is up and pointing, but before I fixed the issue, it would not budge. In my initial thoughts video, you will see me pushing the figure, and I was like literally pushing it, guys. I thought I was gonna rip it, and I was like, you know what, I cannot tear this. So that's why I stopped, because I figured if I can't fix it, I'm gonna sell it, but I can only sell it if it's not torn. So thankfully though, I did find out what the issue was, and that is this right here. So apparently on some Hot Toys, they go ahead and include this fat suit underneath to help fill the body. So yeah, it's just like really, like, I don't know why. I mean, it does make the suit look a little, more fitted and everything, but it still looks pretty decent without it underneath, But yeah, the right arm right here, it was just stitched way too tightly. I think you could even see it, like just me holding it up. You can see how much more space you have here versus here. I mean, yeah, so his arm would not move because this was stitched way too tight. So yeah, once I did remove this, as you can see, his arm does articulate up. So I instantly fell in love with him when I was able to actually pose him up like a Mandalorian should be able to pose up. And, well, like I said, put myself in a hole. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about all the other great stuff that he does come with. So first and foremost, he does come with some extra little wrist pegs. In case any of them break, you do get 2 extra ones. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at his hands. He does come in package with a pair of fisted hands. So you get a right and a left. And look at the detail on those hands. Like, ooh, amazing. Yeah, so you do get a right and a left trigger finger hand, which he is currently using both because they don't include any C grip hands. So you have to use his left trigger finger hand to grip the under barrel of his larger blaster, or the grip to the larger blaster. So I really wish for $240+ they would have included at least a left-handed C grip hand to, kind of hold on to that. But yeah, it is what it is. You do also get some action hands. Well, I guess this one does kind of look like it can hold on to it, but it's just not a C grip hand. It looks more like a relaxed action hand. But I'm sure you could probably finesse it to make it look like he's holding it. But I feel like it's more secure with that trigger finger hand on it like that. So they do also include an extra thigh armor piece right here. My thoughts behind this is simply because maybe people bought multiple ones, and so in order to kind of differentiate the two, you can remove that one and put this one there, so that way you can see the difference between the two. But that's really the only reason I see that, because I much prefer this look, with that longer thigh piece, but to each his own. They do also include some rocket blast effects right here for his jetpack. Yes, he does come with a jetpack, and why don't we go ahead and take a look at that jetpack right now, because that is it in terms of all the other extra accessories and stuff that he does come with, which he is not currently holding on to. So yeah, kind of void for an expensive figure, but I mean, it is a Mando, so what else can he come with? It is what it is. So why don't we go ahead and turn him to the side right here so we can go ahead and pull the jetpack off. As you saw, it is magnetized, which is amazing, simple and easy. And it is, I've heard, the Jango Fett one just repainted and stuff, but it is beautifully painted and weathered. Absolutely love it. Those blast effects do just plug in perfectly right onto the bottom right there. And the cool thing is he does come with a base and a stand, which actually gives him like a flight pose. So I guess a flight stand, I should just say. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So he does come with this base right here, and as you can see, it kind of just simulates dirt. This can be really almost any planet in the Star Wars universe. A lot of people say Tatooine, but I feel like this sand right here is a little too dark for it to be Tatooine. I feel like Tatooine has like that light colored sand, but it does come with that little placard that says Star Wars Death Watch Mandalorian. Super cool. And like I said, it does come with a flight stand right here, so that way you can pose him up in air with his jetpack. Super cool, super sturdy. Probably the best kinds of stands in my opinion, outside of Mezco ones, if you're not looking at 1/12 scale, so super cool, just clips in and out. And if you do want to pose your Mando without having him in a flight pose and stuff, this thing will slide down, so that way you can position it wherever you want, so he can either be standing, jumping, or mid-flight, up to you guys. But yeah, that's the base. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that because, as you guys probably know, with everything Hot Toys, everything's huge. So let's go ahead and take a look at his blaster right here in his hand, his sidearm, because it is that Mandalorian sidearm, which I do absolutely love. And the sculpting is amazing. There is a two-tone color to it. There's more of a darker gunmetal here and a lighter silver up here. Nothing moves, but yeah, very well, nicely detailed, very nicely done. A little bit of weathering on the handle, but not too much. Last but not least, let's go ahead and take a look at his main rifle right here. So this is another one of my favorites. I just personally love Mandalorians in general. Mandalorians, Clone Troopers, and Jedi are my bread and butter of my Star Wars collection and just of my Star Wars fandom in general, which is why I had to pick up one of those three for my first Hot Toy. And honestly, guys, I prefer Mandos to Jedi any day, although I do prefer Clone Troopers, Phase 1 Clone Troopers to Mandos any day. And unfortunately, they were all sold out of the 501st Deluxe Clone Trooper with the Phase 1 Clone Trooper head, so I went ahead with my second option and picked up a Mando. But yeah, this is his heavy duty blaster right here. As you can see, there's some weathering. Once again, a two-tone, black here, gunmetal here, black on the handle, and black or dark gunmetal up here on the scope. But very well, nicely done, very well, nicely molded and done. So yeah, super cool. It does feel a little hollow, I have to admit. It does feel hollow. I wish it was a little thicker, a little heavier, but it is what it is. I feel like the pistol blaster is a little more sturdy than the larger blaster, but once again, that's just how it goes. So with that being said, guys, that is all the accessories that he does come with. So why don't we go ahead and finally pull him forward so we get a nice closer look at him. Let's go ahead and take the jetpack off because it is magnetic, and moving him around, it probably will just fall off. So yeah, guys, first ever hot toy right here, guys. What do you guys think? Did I fuck up not picking up a regular unhelmeted head sculpt, or is it good enough? Let me know down in the comments below, because I've honestly learned to grow and love this guy. Honestly, he is just fucking fantastic. Everything about him is so amazing. I love the soft goods. I love his size. He just displays so beautifully as well. So here's a look at the back. Not too much to look at in the back. Yeah, a lot of stuff is probably misaligned because I had to take his whole suit off in order to take that fat suit off. So you will see a few pieces that are slightly misaligned, but as you see, they're all attached via Velcro, so very easy to fix and move around. So yeah, guys, I mean, basic Death Watch Mando. I mean, not too much to look at. I will say that he does have more of a plain, costume than most. You do get a holster right here for that pistol. Let me see. Let me move it out to the side. There you go. And it is magnetic, which is really cool. So you don't have to mess with trying to put a little pin in or anything. Just snaps right in. So I guess let's go ahead and move on into articulation. So this is without the fat suit, so he does have a lot more articulation. He will look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. He will look down that far. He will look up, pretty decently, but not straight up, which, I mean, for flight poses, you would, wait. Never mind. For flight poses, he looks amazing. Look at that. Okay, so you do get some amazing head tilt and wobble. You do all sorts of great stuff with that. His arms will go up all the way to a T pose. They will go up that far. Put him back. Pull his arm back that far. Once again, as always, even with Mezcos, you will not be able to go 360, even though the body does allow it because of the soft goods. You do not, you do get a butterfly joint in there. Rotation at the bicep, yes, sir. Double hinge joint on the elbow. Rotation at the wrist, ball peg, in and out, up and down, whichever way that ball peg is facing. Rotation at the waist, but once again, you are very limited because of the soft goods clothing. But without the fat suit, he does move a lot more. In terms of kicking out, I am being super careful, guys. This is one, an expensive figure, and two, one of my favorite figures. So he will kick out all the way to a split, so he can actually join the cheerleading squad. Wow. He does come with a thigh swivel. He will kick forward that far. He will kick back very slightly. He does come with a double hinge knee, and the knee pads are attached by this little elastic piece right here. Taking a look at his ankles, if we can get him to fit, they will go down that far, up that far, and of course a ball rocker. Just gotta be super careful because his boots are made of pleather, so we all know how that goes with pleather. So yeah, guys, all in all, I am actually pretty fucking happy with my first ever hot toy, despite that initial thoughts and feelings video and what I said then, because like I said, I have since bought, I think, 6 more 1/6 scale figures since then. So yeah, it definitely became an addiction. I would definitely be thinning out my collection in order to pay and get into this new area. So definitely excited to get into Hot Toys, guys, but do not expect them to come up as often as, the regular mass-produced figures because, one, they don't come out as frequently, and two, they cost way more. So with that being said, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this guy? Do you happen to have this Hot Toy or any other Hot Toys? Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know your tips and tricks with Hot Toy collecting, maintaining your Hot Toys, displaying your Hot Toys, all about that. I am a newbie, so please educate me. And if you have made it this far in the video, please type down in the comments down below, Death Watch. That way I know you guys have made it this far and are enjoying the content. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy. And honestly, guys, it was a real challenge trying to take some pics of a 1/6 scale figure, but I am loving the new challenge. So having so much fun with this guy in so many different ways. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day.